Two-Headed Servant, Session 5, when we last left our heroes, they had gone with the sheriff to the area in front of the burned-out church, and they were actually having a sort of a revival meeting, church ceremonies in front of the burned-out church. And the pastor's there, and people are speaking in tongues. Some of the characters understood as in Yig. They're speaking the call, and the pastor then they brought out a box, and he started bringing out rattlesnakes.
Yeah, I'm standing by the car.
And he asked whether anybody wanted to volunteer to do it, and I remember Dr. Ashstein said he was going to do this. Are you going to do it?
Yes.
Okay, he hands you one. Roll percentile dice. Tell me what you roll.
I rolled a 28.
Yeah, he hands you this rattlesnake, and it's very calm, and it's in your hand, and you're handling it, and it doesn't like strike at you and everything. And people go, "Hallelujah! Hallelujah! He has been accepted by Yig. He is accepted." And then they take this snake from you. Anybody else wants to do this?
I'm just thinking that they may have done something to the snakes so they don't bite, because I know that they can starve the snakes and what have you to make them more docile, and so I'm kind of not buying into it as much.
So you want to handle one?
No, I'm still not going to take the risk.
So they hand it around. Some people handle it, and then eventually they put them back into the crate. And the Reverend Cornfield comes up to Dr. Ashstein, and he goes, "Well done, brother. Well done. Have you heard the word of Yig? Our Father Yig?"
Not recently.
Oh, our Father Yig is our Father in heaven, and he brings great power to us. And I don't know if you heard of my story. I've walked in the desert just as our prophet have done, and I walked the desert for 40 days and 40 nights without water or food, and I was near death, and I had a vision, and I was brought back. See my hair, it is now black. It was starting to turn gray before I went on my walk. Anything ails you, my son. I also heal people.
Oh, I don't have any ailments as of yet, but I'll keep that in mind.
I think to myself, I can think of a few ailments that you've got. Scaly skin's one at the moment.
I don't have scaly skin. I'm the only one of us that doesn't have scaly skin.
Yeah, I've got the scaly skin, and so does our guide, our tracker guy.
I've got a scaly chest, I believe.
I have fine scaly skin on my body, and I have scales on my left arm. But
I said, you mentioned
when he did his lecture, he had this big Bible, and now he's closed it up.
I said, does it look like a standard Bible?
Yeah, it looks like a standard Bible, but yeah, he's folded up. He's carrying it, but it's pretty big.
I said, I see you carry a Bible there that have the word of Yig in it.
Yes, I've annotated this Bible. It now holds prayers and hymns and the gospel of Yig.
We're planning on releasing a couple of copies to have others spread the word of Yig.
Oh, I didn't think of that, but that's a interesting idea. Maybe once I'm completely finished the annotations, maybe I would release a new version of the Bible.
I said, but I said, you said you were wandering the desert for 40 days and 40 nights. What sent you out to the desert in the first place?
I just felt like I needed to go out there. It was like a calling. Oh, and then of course after this, they brought out some picnic tables and benches and stuff, and people are like, it's sort of like a potluck thing, right? People brought food and stuff. They're sharing food.
I analyzed the food.
Yeah, I was going to say, are they eating flies? And
I mean, is it like live rodents and stuff?
No. It looks like real food.
So we're talking like fried chicken and like,
Yeah, it's not
corn
like,
on the cob kind of stuff.
Fried chicken, corn on the cob, mashed potatoes, mac and cheese. Yeah, it's not like fried scorpions.
Okay, well, I'm more like, why do you have a crate of hamsters? I will busy myself with a plate and fill it.
Okay.
And find a spot to sit down.
Let me see there's a number of people here. I don't know if you want to speak to them. They look like locals. Let me find where's my list of locals? No, the sheriff, of course, is there.
That's old Harry, isn't it, the sheriff?
Cliff Benson is the sheriff.
Cliff Benson. Who was old Harry now?
Was he the guy at the bar?
Oh, he could have been the barber, couldn't he?
Yeah. Yeah, the barber guy would be there. The guy that was in the chair.
Yeah. Now, have we ascertained whether these folks are of the faction that wants to live in sort of harmony with humanity until, everybody is evolved to snakes, or are these the guys that want to wipe everybody out and rule the earth?
You don't know. You didn't ask.
I thought we learned about the two factions. We never ascertained who these guys are, whether they're.
No, you haven't.
Okay.
If my glasses are any indication of anything I've seen here, these are people that are mixed with snake things.
So you notice the Reverend has a slightly lower body temperature. A number of other people there are, but then the sheriff is he's human. A number of people are human, and there are a couple of people a little bit lower than body temperature. So it's a mix of people.
Yeah, and so definitely, if what I've seen so far is correct, I think that it looks some sort of hybridization or something like that going on with these people. So I would assume that they would be trying to live in peace with people, since it doesn't look like a take over the world sort of thing yet. But I think that this guy's off his gourd.
Oh, really? What a thing to say about religion. Jesus.
Hot take for sure.
Well, I mean, based upon your assessment of body temperature, I think it's safe to say that he may have gone out into the desert a human being, but what came back may not be.
Yeah,
I don't know if he's a hybrid or if he's a serpent in hiding, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm very curious what path line he walked out of town, because I think that what was at the end of that path line is going to answer a lot of questions.
So you think there's like a colony out there in the desert that maybe he found?
I think there's an enclave or something. There's a forest, a cave. There's something out there that has something to do with this.
Sorry, it's been a while since we played last time. What was our impetus for coming out here? There,
Caduceus said they heard the radio broadcast.
Okay,
and lying underneath some of the broadcasts was Nakal, right, telling people to come here.
Okay, and they weren't sure who these guys were then.
Yeah, and they also suspected there's some cult of Yig here, but they're not sure whether they're part of the Inner Night, which is the wipeout.
All right, so we're trying to figure out if these guys are. I guess I'm not going to say good guys, but they're just not
dangerous. See if they're dangerous.
They don't want to wipe out humanity. They'd rather sort of control it from within, subvert it, and rule it like the Illuminati. Okay, rather than wipe us out like reptilian Nazis. Okay.
Yeah. So the other ones, the Inner Night, seem to be like, let's take them all out right now, and then we'll rule the Earth after they're all dead.
Okay, so we have the Illuminati or the fascist Yigs.
Yeah. You can say there's the Nazi Yigs and the
and the New World Order. I don't know.
But they seem you talk to them and they seem earnest, like on this. Well, I don't know. You want to talk to people? Who you want to talk to? There's people. There's humans there. Yeah.
I mean, I'll make while I'm eating. I'll make conversation with folks. Like, say, so, how long have you been a member of the church? And
most of them have been there for a long time. Some remember when it used to be the other, before it was renamed.
Back in the old days when they,
but he renamed. They tell you, the Reverend, after he became blessed, he renamed the church. But he used to, I forgot, but it used to be the longer name.
So, excuse me, what caused him to go out into the desert in the first place? Does anybody know?
Not really.
It's just he had a vision or something, or he heard a voice?
He went out and then...
And he came back changed, or is he pretty much the same guy?
He's the same guy, except for he performs miracles and look, he was turning gray a little, but now he look at his hair, it's raven black. I swear, he has God's blessing.
Do you know if he sleeps on a heat lamp with a rock?
they look at you oddly. Like,
I'm kidding. Never mind. It's bad joke.
I would. Go ahead.
I was just wondering, is he walking around with this book in his hand, or has he put it down at all?
Maybe when he's eating or something, he'll put it down.
But it's not in easy access to try and kind of swipe.
Steal it. It's a little bit big. It's like, think of it as like Oxford English dictionary that's bound in leather, right?
Right.
So not to be creepy, I'm not going to stare at him, but when he goes to eat, he's eating regular food.
Oh yeah.
All right, so like he's having chicken and mashed potatoes and all that. He's not going for like the really rare.
No, he seems normal.
Okay. Not pulling the old vampire, takes the food but never really eats it.
Oh no, he's eating.
Okay. All right.
I mean, you're watching, the food goes in his mouth, he's eating the mashed potatoes, he swallows it, and he's like eating with gusto.
People are looking at me weird.
You're looking at his mouth, right? It's that weird camera move.
I do that subconscious.
Him eating mashed potatoes.
I didn't want to get weird. I just wanted to. Never mind. I made it weird.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, you did make it weird. Well, so you asked about him going out, and one person said, "Well, it's a test. It's a test of God to go out in the wilderness without food or water, and it's to test your faith that God will provide, and you'll be able to survive 40 days and 40 nights without food or water."
So has anybody else tried this test?
He goes, yes, others have done that.
So people have come back?
Yes.
Do they all go in the same direction?
Well, I haven't done the test myself, but I heard the Reverend leads them out into the desert.
Oh, he leads them out. Okay.
Do you know if there's any going out at any point soon?
Oh, I don't know. You should ask the Reverend. He would know if there's a schedule.
I don't want to be a pod person.
Because we don't necessarily have to go with him, do we? I mean, we could just tail him.
Yeah, we do that.
But if it's across a desert, it would be hard to try and tail him.
That's why we rent a hot air balloon or something. And binoculars.
That's why you just get really sneaky.
Oh, and then there's 2 new people. Let's see if there's a picture of them. Yeah, you see this Mortimer and Lloyd?
In the bottom.
Bottom corner.
Yeah, they're completely human from your look.
Mm-hmm.
But it seems like he sort of knew, like, they're introducing themselves as Mortimer and Lloyd, father and son. And they go, "Oh, we heard the broadcast on the radio, and we came straight away."
Mm.
You did too, hey?
And they tell him, "Oh yeah, we're staying over at at that hotel."
What, the same one as us?
Yeah, the same one as you guys.
Mm.
We're staying in that same hotel. What room are you in?
They tell you like room 1 and 2 or something like that, whichever.
Yeah. Might be handy to know, just in case they get offered to go on this trek.
Yeah, they chat and chat. Why don't you do a listen roll?
Ooh, listen. Ooh, I got I think that's a extreme. Oh, I've just missed it by 1 to get a hard, so I got a regular.
Okay, you got a regular.
Yeah, I missed it by 1 to get a hard.
So the Reverend's talking to him a little, but you catch a little bit about something, but you're not quite sure. But the Reverend seems very excited about talking to these 2 when they talked about hearing the radio broadcasts. They came to town.
I take it getting a higher roll, you would have heard more.
Yes.
I'll try and push the roll by edging.
Edging in. Okay,
edging
sure.
up the bench a bit closer.
Okay.
It's not going to be creepy at all.
Not at all.
Oh, feck, that was even higher. That's
so you failed to push.
Yeah.
You're just being creepy.
Yeah, they look at you.
Just look at him. I'm so lonely.
So Father Cornfield looks at you and says, "Oh, can I help you, Mr.
Mesmer? Oh no, Doctor Mesmer.
Is there something you want?"
I just felt a bit left out. I just wanted to join some conversation. Just thought I'd edge a bit closer.
I mean, the service is over, but would you like to handle a snake? It sounds like you want to handle a snake.
Wow, man, that's like really forward of this guy.
Okay. I did fail a push roll, so it's only fair that I go and handle the snake as a just to try and make myself not look a bit creepy.
This conversation's very Freudian.
As if Mesmo doesn't look creepy already.
No.
Wow. All right.
Okay, roll percentile.
Right. Oh, don't fail me now. Oh, 5. Wow.
Oh, so he pulls out this rattlesnake from the crate, and it's like rattling, right? And then he hands it over to you.
That's not good.
And it's like you're looking at it, and it calms down, and he goes, "Oh, you are one of the faithful." Here, sit down next to me. And he takes the snake away from you and puts it in the crate.
Cool.
Now this guy's creeping me out.
I'll sit next to him.
I'm gonna just sit at my table staring across from the.
So he asked you, Cornfield asked you, Dr. Mesmo. So did you hear the radio broadcasts?
We did, yes.
Is that what brought you here?
Yeah, it was that, and it was a bit of sightseeing, but as well, we're a friend of ours wanted to show some Indian sights, and when we heard the broadcast, we thought we'd check that out as well.
And then Lloyd and Mortimer both go, yes, we heard the calling. We heard the calling. We came.
So, what do you plan to do now, Father?
Well, these two, and maybe you want to do this also, considering that you've shown that you're one of the faithful. In another day's time, I will go with the Allens here on a pilgrimage through the desert. You will not bring any water or food, and you will come with me, and you will do the same pilgrimage that I did myself to show as a test of faith. Are you willing to do that, Dr. Mesmo?
What day are you going? I'll just have to see if it fits into my schedule. I have a
what is
busy
more
schedule.
important? Some Indian artifacts, or have a vision of God?
But do you know when you're going? Yeah, do you have a specific date?
Can I pencil in my religious epiphany?
Maybe, tomorrow.
Tomorrow. What time? I'll have to confer with my compatriots to see if it's something I'm able to do. But is it? I take it it'll be an AM affair to start.
Yes, we'll start in the morning, and we will wander the desert for 40 days and 40 nights.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bring some good walking shoes. Don't bring any food or water or snacks. And we will be, but usually we meet in front of my church here. But we can still meet here again since you know where this is. It'll be early in the morning, like 6 in the morning tomorrow.
6 a.m. Yes. Have you got a contact number I can actually contact you on if I don't make my mind up? This
if
minute?
I don't see you here tomorrow morning, then I assume that you've decided you didn't want to come.
Okay, that sounds.
Sounds
reasonable? Yeah.
Very good.
You never know. I might be able to get some of my friends, to come along with me. If they're up for it.
It's just I don't want to take too many people, be too responsible for too many people.
I noticed that
so excited about doing this.
I noticed that, like Doctor, my friend Arthur. Doctor.
Oh, you point to that guy. Well, he can come if he wants. He was able to handle the snake.
Exactly. So I'll confer with them, and we'll let you know.
Well, if I see you and your friend here tomorrow morning at 6, then we have a group that's ready to go.
Excellent. So, if I am coming, I'm going to eat as much of this food as I can. So I'll just start tucking in.
Okay, so hot air balloon rental it is, I guess.
Well, after we've eaten, I will tell the others what he's offered, and I'm just wondering if what if some of us go with him and the others tail?
Creepy guy offering to take you out in the desert for 40 days and 40 nights. What could go wrong?
Immediately asking you to handle a snake.
Yes.
That snake was really docile. Maybe it was my mesmo stare on it, you know.
Maybe it's on opium.
But what do you reckon on like have some stay with him so they can have a bit of insider knowledge and then some following?
Well, we don't really have a vehicle, do we? We can buy like.
I think you rented one, but yeah, depends on how you're gonna follow. You're missing your good tracker, so that's
that's the thing.
So we dress up like tumbleweeds.
I'll be a cactus.
Yeah.
Every time we turn around, it's always there.
Yes. Sometimes in different poses, but always there.
We're like, are you sure we're actually walking and actually getting somewhere? Because that cactus never seems to get any further away.
We could just lean on it's the lack of food and water. They'll never notice.
Well, so both of you got invited. So do you want to try to get Jack? But Jack has a fear of snakes. He'll have to overcome that.
I'm not touching the snake.
Well, I'm thinking maybe one or two of us go with him. Probably two of us because safety in numbers, and the other two follow. Because our Indian has got tracking skills, so if you do lose sight of us, you can still use his tracking skills.
Of course.
Of
course, none of us have his stats, so
yeah, we don't have his stats.
We'll just have to say, yeah, that's it.
Totally.
He got it. Yeah. He got a crit. Yeah, that's it.
Depends on how close you want to follow. How far back. I mean, a couple guys walking in a desert, I think it's not too hard to spot, but it just depends on what your stealth is if you don't want to get spotted, right?
My stealth isn't that great. I think I'm like 30 or something like that.
Yeah, then it's the cactus costume.
Yeah, my stealth is 30. It's like, yeah. That's why I was saying hot air balloon, man, because nobody looks up. Just get a blue one, Hey,
what's that up in the sky?
We want one that's shaped like a cloud.
Yeah. What's that sound that we keep hearing?
So what's the plan? You two are going, and then Jack will try to follow somewhere?
Try. You guys are going to get killed.
I'm just wondering if he'll search us for food and water as well, though, because I was thinking of like tuck in, I don't know, some jerky into my socks or something.
Just wrap it really, really tightly in some kind of a waterproof material and stuff it up the old prison wallet.
Oh, I've never heard it called that before. Oh man.
I don't know, man. Why does this beef jerky smell like ass? You don't want to know.
So what do you reckon, Arthur? Are you willing to go with the father?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
You guys are you guys are so doomed. I'm going to lose track of you, and then you're going to get turned into serpent people.
So if we keep our sort of weapons with you, would he search us for weapons? Do you reckon?
I don't really have too much that's small enough to hide on me. So it's in terms of weapons.
Well, we could give those for Jack to carry, I suppose. He's a big lad.
Yeah, and also use them if he needs to. Jack has a rifle skill, right?
Yes.
Oh, good. Then the death ray should be good for you.
Yes, I actually have a pretty good rifle skill.
Yeah, yeah. We'll basically load him. We'll basically load him up with our weapons, so he can carry those.
So my plan is to use our vehicle, but keep like maybe a mile or so back from you guys, maybe more.
Yeah,
So-
probably more, right?
So more, probably whatever the maybe what 3 or how far is the horizon? 7 miles out.
Yeah.
I want to keep enough. I'll take binoculars and keep you guys in sight, and then you should
And
probably.
you carry the weapons, and then the two of you aren't carrying any weapons, or are you carrying something?
I might take a small knife.
Yeah, I have a small switchblade. I'll carry out my sword.
Okay.
Is it worth getting a horse to carry the stuff? You reckon, or you?
Well, horse might be better because then I can ride. Well, my riding probably sucks.
Oh, do you have ride?
No, I don't.
No, but
I don't.
But I'm sure he has walk.
I got walk.
Just
But,
walk the horse.
If I ever get like something on a boat, I could probably
Because
just walk along a canal. That's all I got to do.
I just think a car would look a bit bizarre in the desert, and
Well, my ride sucks. So as long as I can,
if you get a puncture or it breaks down, you're screwed. So,
all right. Well, yeah, that's true. So I'll have to get a horse.
So you'll rent a horse in town somewhere?
Yes, I'll rent a horse and.
plus it's easier to explain because if he does see it, he could just say it's it's one of the local Indian tribes or something.
Oh, hey, Dave's up.
Oh, Dave's here?
Yeah, he just shot a message.
We've got our tracker.
Yay! In the nick of time.
Yeah.
I don't like this horse. It's bitey.
He might have rides, so
It's like, this is Mr. Whiskers. Chop, chop. Stop. Why are you called Mr. Whiskers? You're a horse.
Oh, he's up, meaning he was asleep.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because it's like what? It's like what? Like 8 o'clock in the morning or something for
Or
him.
something like that. Yeah. He must have a. We should harass him about partying or something.
Partying.
He might have ride. I don't know if he spent points in it.
I mean.
He should have, as trying to be an Indian tracker, but
That'll be the one class that he failed in Indian school.
he had the horse with the training wheels.
Yes.
So, are you going to sneak any food, or? But if Jack Bronson is following you, he could have food, right?
Yeah. Excuse me, I have to go take a leak way back there. Over by that weirdly human-looking cactus.
Yeah. I can't go if I even think that any of you could see me.
There he is.
Oh, there he is.
Hey, just in time.
Oh, hey, David, roll your luck.
That's what you want to hear when you push up.
No, this is the beginning to get your luck regen.
Okay, that's not a pass.
It's not a pass. 2 die 10 plus 10.
Okay, our burning question is: does your character have the riding skill?
The riding, like I ride a horse?
Yeah.
No.
Ah,
We were all hoping
I was right.
Why?
because we have to get on horses and follow the two professors out into the desert
Oh, no.
because they've decided to go on one of those walkabouts with the ministers.
Oh, but roll your luck regen. 2 die 10 plus 10.
Okay.
And our plan is that we're going to shadow them on horseback.
20 points. So 20. Wow, that's a crap load of luck.
How much luck you got?
Dang, that takes it to 90.
Oh my god!
I got to burn some luck.
You know the.
I guess I better burn it on riding.
Well, the good doctor Ashstein are maxed out at 99. So.
Yeah, and I keep spending it too. So it just keeps coming back to me.
Keep coming back.
So they had the snake handling thing. Did you want to handle a snake?
Don't handle.
Dr.
What do you mean?
Ashstein handled a snake, and Dr. Mesmo after a push roll, handled a snake.
Why would I want to handle a snake?
I don't know. I guess it's fun or something. All the cool kids are doing it.
It's to see how worthy you are to go into the desert.
It's the new party game, sweeping the.
I mean, like, what is it? What is it? Why did everyone handle a snake?
Well, 2 of them volunteered to do it.
Why? Just because? Just for
One
fun?
dude.
I failed a push roll, so I kind of, yeah.
I'm just trying to blend in.
This was during the revival meeting in front of the burned out church. And after these people were speaking in tongues, which was in Nakal, they also brought out the snakes for snake handling. And Dr. Ashstein volunteered, and he successfully handled it. And then Jack Bronson, with the fear of snakes, backed off. And Dr. Mesmo declined, but he thought that maybe these snakes were already milked and drugged and they weren't that dangerous. And then at one point he tried to sneak closer to listen into a discussion with Mortimer and Lloyd Allen, who were speaking with the Father Cornfield. And he pushed his roll. He pushed a roll to try to get a better listen roll, and he failed. So they turned to him and say, "Hey, what's up?" He goes, "Oh, were you interested in handling the snake?" Dr. Metz goes, yeah.
Yeah, no, I think I'll pass.
Okay. Just wondering. So they found out that tomorrow, the Allens plus Dr. Mesmo and Dr. Ashstein were invited to go walk in the desert with Father Cornfield, and he said, "Don't bring any food or water." And it's 6 a.m, meeting in front of the church.
I think generally you'd want to bring water if you're going to go walk in the desert.
Well, that's the point. Is there? That's the religious,
That's the faith.
Is it not if we want to see God?
Then you see God, and then you die.
Exactly.
So the plan was the 2 doctors are going to go with him. Bronson was going to bring his weapons and trail them, but now you're here. You're a good tracker, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah, I can track them down.
Yeah.
And we were all hoping that since you were
the question
American,
is,
that
you're going to bring a car or bring horses or walk?
My vote was horses, but since
I
you don't have riding skill, I don't know if that would work.
I mean, you don't have to ride the horse. You can walk.
There you go.
With
Well,
the
the thing
horse.
is, the role would happen if there was a problem, like if we needed to chase you guys or something like that, or we're being chased, right? Which is possible.
What about motorcycles?
There's no motorcycles now.
I just think a car would sort of kick up a lot of dust as well, which would make it obvious that somebody's there.
Yeah. Now, if only there were
Oh,
cameras.
are we needing to sneak up on them? You think?
You know what? My riding is better than my drive. My drive is that's right. No, actually, never mind. My drive's better.
So what do you want? Are you going to bring a vehicle or a horse, or are you going to walk?
I would rather have a horse, just because.
Okay.
It allows.
We can ride. We just can't ride if anything goes wrong. Right?
Yeah. So you guys will rent 2 horses, because there's horses here. This is like a farm area. You can rent 2 horses, and then the idea was Bronson would bring all your weapons and crap. These 2 guys are just going to bring knives.
I will see if I can put a bit of jerky in my sock, just in case.
Just in case.
Okay, so that's the plan, and then you guys are going to just follow these guys.
Yeah.
Okay, so 6 a.m, you show up, and the father's there, plus those two guys from the hotel. They actually do in the morning knock on your door and ask if you want to go with them because they're heading over there. They say, "Oh, we're heading over there now."
Oh, you go on ahead. We'll catch you up.
Okay, you're definitely coming. You and your friend.
Oh, we're definitely coming. Yes, we've just got a few more things to sort out here, and yeah, we'll be there.
Okay, those two guys go.
And I actually tell them to tell the father that don't leave without us. We are on our way. So just so we can have like a last minute prep with the others and.
So yeah, you have the horses. What else are you gonna do? Were you gonna wait? Were you gonna wait for them around the corner from the church and just watch?
Yeah, that's my plan. Is to shadow them from the church. Just maybe be on the corner under a tree or something.
What are the circumstances under which these people disappeared in the desert? Like what? They just went off on their own and didn't come back? Is that what happened?
Well, I mean, the minister went off on his own on a religious pilgrimage, and then he had his experience and he came back changed, and then he started leading other people off as a regular thing. So this is his thing, is he'll pick 2 or 3 people, go off into the desert for 40 days and whatever, and when they come back, they have had an experience that has changed them.
And is he picking really specific people that he wants to be able to control?
The two guys that are going are people that heard the radio broadcast and heard the message and are here because of that. So I don't know if that's because it's subliminal or if they're just really interested. Yeah.
Well, we don't have any idea where he goes. We're just going to try to find him.
That's why we're going. That's why 2 of us are going with him to find out where he goes.
Remember, the radio broadcast was just a sermon, but it was in a call that was in the background that talked about it. So somehow these 2 people understood the call.
All right, so I'm guessing subliminally there are people that are predisposed to this language, either because they have a gene, like a latent gene, or it's something that these yigs have done to humanity, and it's just something that is regressive, in most people.
One thing I do want to take is a small mirror, like a small shaving mirror or something.
Yeah, I was going to suggest something like that, but
because it'd be good for a signaling kind of thing.
You also have your knife, which you could probably. But yeah, mirror is good too.
Plus, at night you could probably catch a bit of condensation on it, perhaps. Just to get, just to get a bit of moisture.
Like the mirror.
Yeah.
Sneak a few. What are you looking in your mirror for? Nothing. I'm not cheating.
Okay, so you have a mirror, you have your knives. The other 2 guys are following.
He has the sock jerky.
So when you get to the church, there's 5 people there already.
Wow.
So you see the pastor, you see the 2 Allens, but you also see the sheriff and the Harry Matthewson, the guy that was in the barber shop. I guess there's a picture of him there.
Was he the deaf one?
He was the guy that was sleeping in the barber chair.
Yeah.
Right.
With the enormous pot belly.
Right, that was it.
And he sees you 2. The Reverend sees you 2, and he waves in a friendly way.
I'll wave back and sort of give him a smile.
Okay. So you head there, and he goes, I don't know if you've met, this is Harry Matthewson, and you've met Sheriff Benson, and these are the Allens. And then he introduced to Dr. Mesmo, Dr. Ashstein. Our group will be heading in the desert today.
Yay.
Bravo.
So you guys actually head south, and then you hit the road that's there, and then you keep on going. So it's basically you're heading south of the town.
Okay, and so I'm gonna follow the group. Right? Is that what's happening? I'm following the pastor and the group he's leading.
Well,
and
I'm
leading the
with
rest of
you.
us.
So
Yeah. So you actually go on the road called Bingham, and then it goes to Main Street, and it goes south, and then you're going to continue going south. And then at one point, he sort of leaves the road and he keeps on going.
Yeah, well, oh, yeah, he did say to bring some walking shoes, so I would have gone out to get me a decent pair of shoes as well.
A new pair.
you accidentally picked the stiletto high heels. It's like, damn it.
So the two guys that are following, why don't you guys do stealth? Roll your stealth.
All right.
Wait, who's going with the pastor?
Uh,
Who's in the group with him?
the two Mesmo and Ashstein are going with the pastor.
All right.
So the two Daves have to roll for stealth.
My dice hate me.
Okay. It's not a
rolled-
fumble, right? It's just a fail.
It's I rolled a 92.
Oh,
Oh, that's not good. I got a hard success.
Okay. So you're back there.
Well, you know what?
They don't seem to care too much. But let me roll the sheriff.
You know, nothing goes better with riding than the smooth taste of a Chesterfield cigarette. Let me light one up in this near darkness.
Where's the sheriff's stats? Oh, and then you guys can roll spot hiddens, the two doctors. All right.
It's like, dudes, you're too close.
I failed.
I got an extreme.
Oh, so you're going out of the desert, and so Mesmo sees nothing. Ashstein, you see these two guys way back there, but you can barely see the horses, and they're kicking up some dust. You notice the sheriff noticed these guys, but he hasn't said anything.
Mm. Yeah. Yeah.
And you guys are walking and walking, and then the Jack and Longfeather roll spots.
Okay. And bonus damage. 20.
Spot hiddens? No.
I got a hard success.
Okay. So both Ashstein and Longfeather, why don't you roll luck? Oh, you guys are luck is so high. But
Right
tell me
now,
what your
we can't
success.
miss it.
Yeah, gee.
Alright.
Yeah, I
I got
passed.
10, which is freaking. Yeah, that's a huge pass.
Regular pass? How about
Well, I got an extreme.
extreme?
I rolled a
Wait,
10.
Yeah, I rolled like a 22. So,
Which is a regular. Oh, yeah, it's a hard, right?
yeah.
Yeah. So, Longfeather, you're following these guys, and then you see somebody like following their group. You're following their group, and there's another guy by himself also trailing behind these guys. And this guy is sort of like trying to be sneaky.
What's he look like?
Oh, you use your binoculars, right?
Yeah.
Remember the guy in the bar that was drunk?
This is the anti-snake guy or the anti-church guy?
Yeah, the guy that owns the lumber mill.
Yeah.
It's that guy. And he's carrying a rifle.
Mm.
and he's like he's sneaking up on the group.
Okay, well I'll point him out and let's maneuver around behind him.
All right.
You're gonna move out. Okay, and then Ashstein, you got a hard success. So at one point you sort of spot the guy, and then but by the time you spot him, you see Bronson and Longfeather are sort of following the guy too. They're behind him, but not too close. They're trying to catch up with him, and then this guy's catching up with your group.
I'm gonna kind of look over to Mesmo and be like, I have a feeling that this little pilgrimage is about to get dirty.
Why'd you say that?
And he's like, yeah, they're like the guys. There's like, in addition to the two people that are following us, there's one more guy tailing us.
I sort of do one of those casual glance backs, and then
Yeah, you don't see anything. Maybe it's those glasses, those thick glasses.
Sun's in my eyes. Okay, so do you think it's someone who's going to help our cause?
I think it's I don't know. I don't know if it's going to be helpful because if it's any of the people and if it's anyone who doesn't like what the Reverend's doing and they think that we're with him, that's not good for us. And that's really not going to be good for the Reverends.
But
So, you notice the wind like picking up a little. There's a wind picking up. Why don't you guys do another spot? Like everybody do a spot.
I've got to pass this time.
Okay.
I got another extreme.
Okay.
Still didn't make it.
Okay, you don't know anything about Longfeather. You're muted.
I got a 22, which is
okay. So there's this wind blowing from behind. So Mesmo, remember you look back again. You're seeing this happening.
Oh my god!
What?
That's why I didn't see the guy.
Wait, how did I not see that?
Because you're facing these guys, right? It's behind you. It's coming fast. Coming back, it's like this giant dust storm.
My eyes pop out of my head. I just start pointing in that direction and go, I think you should look at this.
Okay,
To the
so
party.
So everybody stops and turns, and they see this. Longfeather and Jack Bronson, you're following that guy, right?
Yeah.
You see him go into a kneeling position, and he's aiming the rifle.
How far away are we from him?
You're like at medium range, and he's like medium range to the group.
Son of a bitch.
What do you want to do?
I'm gonna try to ride him down.
Are you?
Do you want me to try to stealth take him down with a bow and arrow?
I didn't want to. Well, riding him down can kill him too, I guess, and hurt my horse. So yeah, go ahead.
Okay, what's your dex?
Because at the very least, like if he's trying to ready a shot, right, with his rifle.
Yeah. So, what's your dex? I want to see what your dex order is.
Dex is 95.
Okay, so you go first if you want to fire your bow.
So I want to try to put an arrow into his hand or arm where he's shooting the rifle. So at the very least, he's gonna.
Oh, so you want to do a called shot? So that's a penalty.
Yeah. Oh well, it's my one. I have DDI, which is.
Oh, okay. There's no penalty.
Yeah.
So
I can hit small targets.
So roll your arrow.
Okay, let's see here. My first time I get to use it. All right. Where's the bow arrow? Okay. Come on. I got luck as long as I don't critically fail. I rolled a 34, which is a hard success.
Okay, you hit him. Roll your damage.
Okay, what is this? Let's see. 1d6 plus 1/2 damage bonus. So, the d6 roll. Oh, I rolled a 6, and then damage bonus is plus 1d4. So does that mean I roll it and then have it? Is that how that works?
Yeah. Roll it and then have it.
Okay. 4. So that's 2. So, damn, that's max. Holy
Ow.
shit! 6, 7, 8 damage. 8
damage.
Yeah.
Damn.
I probably hit him too hard. I just wanted to give him a warning not to do that shit.
His arm flies off. And there's actually
He's still conscious. The good news was he was aiming. Now you blew his aim, so he will still try to take a shot.
He's still
he's
gonna
still
shoot.
up.
Wow, he's determined.
So
All right.
the gun goes off, but nobody gets hit.
So did they hear that gun go off?
Yeah,
amid the wind?
they hear the gun go off, and they're looking, and they're like seeing. Like to them, the guy is maybe 3 inches tall, right?
Mm.
And to you, he's like 3 inches tall, right? So, oh, let's do Dex order in there.
Yeah, I'll turn around
At
to
least no one got
Arthur
shot.
and say,
I was just kind of hoping he'd run off, but he's
Oh, Dr. Ashstein, what do you want to do?
I don't have a gun, so
Okay,
I'm gonna tell the Reverend to get down
okay.
because that's what I think they're going for.
Jack, I guess you're riding up.
Yeah, I'm slowing it right up on the guy.
Yeah, so you ride up. You will get to him, but you can't attack. You'll
All
get
right.
up to him on this round. Then it's Mesmo.
I will. I'll just like crouch down behind like a trash
Okay.
can or something, and
The sheriff shouts out. He goes, "Wait, is that you?" I forgot the guy's name.
I forget the guy's name actually.
Was it if it was the drunk guy at the bar? Is it Fowler?
Yeah. So he's yelling that guy's name. Is that you, Fowler? Drop your weapon, Fowler! And the sheriff pulls out his pistol.
Oh wow, okay, so he gets to have guns.
It's the sheriff, right? And then that's what he says, and then it's back up to Longfeather.
What's the guy doing?
It's
ready
not
for
his
another
turn to
shot?
act yet. He hasn't acted yet. You can hold your action until he acts.
Yeah, I'll hold my action.
Okay.
I don't want to just kill the guy without.
He's like trying to aim his rifle again, so he's going to take another shot.
All right, then I'll put another one in his arm.
Okay.
Where are these arrows magically coming from? Sprouting out of my arm.
Just keep thinking of that scene from what was it, Ace Ventura: Pet Detective?
Oh,
where he was
yeah.
in Africa.
Oh yeah. Naughty boy.
Okay, roll your arrow.
All right, here we go. I think I missed. 84. That's a miss, I think. Let's see.
Oh, okay, so it
yeah,
lands
that's a miss.
near him. So then he's going to take a shot. Oh, good. He hits the pastor,
Ah,
and it's a head hit, and
Oh,
pastor
fudge.
goes down.
Shit.
And then he drops his rifle.
Ah.
Mhm.
Somehow I think that was supposed to happen.
Almost like it's part of some sort of scenario.
Yeah, exactly. I had a suspicion that had I made my arrow roll and I killed the guy, he'd drop his rifle, it would go off, and it would hit the headshot.
Oh man.
So yeah, you stand there. The pastor's dead.
What
the
a
sheriff is
shame.
going to arrest this guy. Your
Right.
walkabout's been canceled,
Hmm.
and the sheriff
Well-
sheriff does go. Oh, it's you guys, right? He saw you guys in town before. He goes, Glad you guys are out here.
Well, I'm sorry we couldn't have acted faster.
Oh, shame. Shame.
I'm gonna go search the pastor.
Well, I was going to say,
Yeah,
I want to run over to him to see if can he be saved in any way.
I'm not letting that body out of my sight because I'm interested to see what's going to happen with it.
Autopsy.
Yeah, he's definitely dead. You have the horse, so the sheriff asks if he can, if you don't mind. He doesn't know where you guys are going, but as you can see, the Fowler has an arrow in his arm, and the pastor's dead. So, you wouldn't mind if
What does he want to do?
put the bodies on the horse, right?
Yeah.
And come
What's
back
every-
into town.
What's everybody else doing now? The pastor's been killed. I mean, because this guy was a big part of their community.
Yeah, so they want to go back into town, basically.
So they can follow the sheriff back in. But like, do we want to scout ahead, knowing the direction that we were heading?
Yes.
Like, what's ahead of us? Is it
Yeah,
just, what do we
that's-
see in the distance?
Oh, and then this dust storm is coming in.
Look, is the dust storm coming from the town side or coming
Yeah, the
out?
town side blowing south towards where you guys are. And
Oh, we got to take shelter then, because
Yeah. Do we see anything that would be a cover ahead, like even just like a rock formation or something?
yeah, you may have gone by a couple of farms, so probably can go to a farm.
that cloud looks like it's one of those things where you can't see inches in front of you if you're in it.
Yeah, I remember somebody mentioned about the dust storm, and this is one of those things that can. It's because they totally screwed up the farming here.
Yeah, the Dust Bowl. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, they're so bad it drives people out of the dang state.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're in the Dust Bowl. So this thing is coming in, and you don't know how long it will last. And maybe you guys can hole up in some farm, like either. Who has the lowest luck?
I do probably.
Yeah, why don't you roll a luck?
Mine's 41.
I got 36.
Yeah,
Wow.
36.
Ha! I made it. Ha.
Okay.
Well, before we leave the spot, I want to hammer some stakes into the ground to show the direction that the pastor was leading from this location, so we can find our way back here and
Sure.
continue to track that direction if we want to.
Okay. So I give you a choice. Do you want an occupied farm or a vacant farm?
I guess it really doesn't matter. We don't have any reason to suspect anyone. We might get some decent food if it's occupied.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, you want occupied?
Yeah,
Okay.
occupied.
So you find an occupied farm. They, of course, take you in, and then they do the whole thing with wet towels to stick underneath the windows and stuff and the door. Like they've done this before. The towels are stained like dust stained, right? And they go, oh, and then they put on the handkerchiefs, put water on it, and it goes, oh, that's a fierce storm. Could last hours or hopefully just hours. And they go,
Wait. Can
so
this
where do you want
last-
to put the body?
Is there like a barn or something?
No, I was thinking somewhere where we can keep an eye on it.
Yeah, keep an eye
we
on
don't
it.
want
Yeah.
that.
You want to keep an eye on the body?
Yeah, I've got a feeling that's going to sort of start sliding away on its own somewhere like a snake.
Oh, jeez.
Tie a rope around it.
We want to check the body too, by the way. Check them for scales.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
We could just vivisect
how
the
are you
whole
going to
thing
do
if
this?
we
There's
really
the
want
sheriff there, these other guys.
We're doctors.
Yes.
We
Oh,
are.
exactly.
So-
Well, the sheriff goes,
Right.
it's obvious he was shot in the head.
yes, but
He just wants to confirm cause of death.
Exactly. We have to confirm cause of death and also preserve this. Like I said, this is a holy man. There's some things here that need to be preserved for posterity.
Okay. So, who wants to roll either a fast talk or persuade?
right, my persuade is 60.
Okay.
Pretty good.
My fast talk is 25. So I've got 60 in persuade.
So you want
Go for it.
that's the best one? Okay. So you're telling him, well, he's a holy guy. We're sort of curious for science.
We're sort of curious.
For science.
Right.
Roll your.
I take it your persuade isn't higher Yours, Arthur.
My persuade is not exceedingly high. My fast talk is 65.
Oh, so you're equal in fast talk. So either bullshit him or
Yeah.
persuade.
I say you've got 5% higher, so I'll leave it to you.
Okay, yeah, that's exactly what I'll say. I'm like, this is a holy man, and there's a lot of posterity and knowledge that can be gained from this. We must vivisect the body.
Oh, God. Fucking roll your fast talk.
I'm gonna do my autopsy right here.
Yeah.
On your kitchen table.
I got a hard success.
So the sheriff was very hesitant, but somehow maybe the death of the pastor shook him or something. And he goes, don't desecrate his body, but yes, you can examine it, but don't desecrate it. Holy.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so you look him over, right? You can do a medicine roll.
Yeah, I got that.
What's my medicine?
Well, I got let's see, 40. Yeah, I got a hard success for that.
Okay. There is no, you know how those serpent people had the human skin mask?
Mm-hmm.
There is not that.
Is there anything weird going on with like the blood or the skin or anything?
He seems. Yeah, you look more closely, and he has almost that very fine scales that your compatriots have.
Mm.
But he's not wearing a human skin. Like those other serpent people are full serpent people wearing the human skin, like the guy who took over the doctor at the Yellow Death place.
Yeah, this is probably closer to the hybridization thing than it is an actual serpent person. Which means there's some sort of magic or machine floating around out here somewhere.
I'll ask the sheriff if he knows where the place was he was going to lead everyone to.
The sheriff says no, he was going to lead us into the desert.
So you haven't been there before? This is your first time?
And the other two guys, the Allens, are upset, right? Because they were supposed to go.
Yeah, it's, like I said, I would say once the storm breaks, and after you haul Fowler into town, we should respect the Reverend's wishes and continue on with the journey.
I think he would like to be laid to rest there, being as it's a big part of his life and his sort of religion.
Mm-hmm.
Laid to rest here, or take it back to the town?
No, to
where we were going.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. I can't think of a more poetic way for a man to be laid to rest for where the epiphany first struck. I think it would be real inspiring to build a monument to him.
So the storm goes for like a whole day, right? It's blowing the dust, and finally it sort of dies down. And then there's the farmers are happy, you know, they fed you and everything. And everybody's sort of not too happy, right? The Reverend's dead. And there's a knock on the door.
All right.
So the farmer, you know, opens the door, and there's a Reverend standing in the doorway. Make sand checks.
With no head.
No, he's
His head is intact.
Yeah, his head's intact.
I passed.
I did not, because I only have 18 sand.
Oh,
Passed.
I think it's let me see what the loss is. I assume it's just a die for seeing him come back. If he passes, nothing, no loss. If you fail, it's a die for. And he's not wearing his reverend's clothing. He's wearing something like he found a burlap a blanket or something and draped it over himself.
Does he have shoes on?
No.
Okay, then that means are his feet bleeding?
He's a clone.
There's like some bleeding stuff.
Mm.
And he looks and he's looking at everybody and he goes, "Oh, are you ready to continue the journey?"
What, in the storm?
No, the storm died down, right?
Oh,
Before we do that, I have some questions.
pull back the cloth and say, "That's you."
He goes,
Can you explain that?
He goes, "A miracle of God." And then he starts taking the clothes off of the dead body.
Right. Okay.
Okay, I am right. I'm very suspicious here, and I don't really give a shit because, this is crazy. I'm going to attempt.
This is crazy.
I'm going to walk up to him, and I'm going to pull the skin on his cheek to see if it actually does come off in my hand.
No, it doesn't. And he goes, "What's the matter, Dr. Mesmo?"
I'm just really pleased to see you, and I'll do that thing that, like grandparents do with the, with the grandkids, and they sort of.
He looks at you oddly, and then he's putting on his underwear and putting on the clothes. And...
I'm not creepy at all,
And then he looks around and goes, "Oh, I see we have two others here."
Yeah, we were happening to be in the area, and I point at the guy with the arrow wound. He shot you.
He looks down, goes, "Well, forgiveness is in God's heart,
But it's not mine. Stab, stab, stab.
and no harm's been done."
I sort of whispered to Arthur, "Have you got your X-ray specs on you?"
Yep, sure do.
Last time I checked, resurrection doesn't leave two bodies.
It's the same, a little bit below regular temperature.
Mm-hmm.
But the sheriff says, "Well, I think we have too many people here right now. Father, I think I'll go back to town with this miscreant."
How's this other guy taking it? The guy that tried killing the minister? Is he?
He's like totally shocked.
Shouldn't we try to interview the guy to find out why he wanted to kill the minister in particular? Like, what's his
You wanted
motive?
to talk- Well, you had the whole day before the minister showed up. You couldn't talk to him. What do you want to ask him?
Yeah, I want to ask him why in particular he's trying to shoot the minister.
He's the devil incarnate.
Why? What makes you say that?
He talks about some sort of Jewish God or something like that instead of a Christian God, and he's the devil incarnate.
Have you ever seen him perform any miracles of cursed miracles or anything like that?
They claim it is. It's just flimflamness. It's deception. Lucifer, god of, fallen angel of lies, just telling lies all the time. And I've shut him up forever.
Yeah, you sure have. I'm sure we won't have to ever deal with him again.
And life will return to normal to Bingham.
All right, he seems a little wacko too, so he ain't gonna give us anything, huh?
Now that he came back, now his jaw is like on the floor, and he's totally shocked. Like,
Maybe I was wrong.
Yeah. Okay. But yeah, you can take that guy back to town. We're gonna keep going on this thing. Figure out where he's supposed to be taking us.
Finish our spirit journey.
Yeah. This time we have all the guns, so.
All the guns.
Okay, so you guys head out again. So you guys have to make con checks.
All right. How many? How many contracts?
Oh, this is for the first day. Con check.
Okay.
Okay, so this is for the people that are participating in the.
Yeah, which is all of you guys, I assume,
Yeah.
unless you don't want to participate, then you have to leave.
Oh, he doesn't want us on horseback. You have to.
No.
Screw that, man. All right, fine. Now.
Yeah, I passed. Regular
failed.
success.
Okay.
So what is this for? Because we're not riding horses for just walking?
No food and no water.
Oh.
Yeah, oddly enough, I failed.
Okay. So those
Couldn't we get food or water at the farm?
you did because you thought he was dead. But to do the walk, there's no food and water as a test of your faith.
All right, so I failed the contract. That
And those of us following behind him stealth aren't going to obey the no bringing food or water
Well,
out
here's
in
the
the
question:
desert.
are you gonna do the trail versus the go with him on the walk?
He still wants to continue the walk?
I think. Okay, actually, I think what we should do is agree. No, yeah, we're not. We should not continue with them,
Okay,
and
you.
then sneak after them.
Yeah,
Like,
I agree.
Okay.
I think we should still.
So Jack and Longfeather says no, we're not going with you, and then you're gonna.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna,
Okay.
yeah.
So how about the two doctors then? You make your con checks.
Yeah,
I failed.
I made mine.
Okay, if you fail, you lose die 6 hit points.
And then those of us who are trailing, we're going to bring like extra water and food and stuff with us.
They're just gonna be looking. Oh, look at those poor bastards taking a giant spoon of water, chewing on some beef.
Well, you won't die.
I rolled a
We can
3.
rescue your rescue.
Wow, it's so miserable out there.
Okay, so then the next, I guess it's for every 4 hours. So you have to make an Archon check.
I got another success.
Okay.
I passed that time.
Okay, so you don't lose anything. So you guys are just wandering. As far as you can tell, you're wandering around in the desert.
Yep. Are we there yet?
No. You already said you wandered for 40 days.
That's been a long time.
Yeah. You think you know the way by now? Oh, can we notice if any of this path is well traveled or anything?
No, it's also these dust storms come by and just screw everything up. But with the dust storm, now there's new dust here. You can see footprints, right?
When we
Were there footprints coming from the opposite? Are there footprints coming from the opposite direction that we're walking?
No, because this dust storm comes by every once in a while and wipes everything out, right?
Okay.
are these con rolls done every day? Is this?
Yeah. So the next day,
Because one of the nights when we're resting, can I eat a cheeky bit of jerky out of my sock, just so I don't have to do a con roll?
Put them in your underwear.
do a stealth. Do a stealth.
Oh, man.
I put them in my shoe.
Oh, 16 passed.
I'll give you 1 hit point back.
Oh, cool.
Nom, 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 nom.
Num 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 num. No, I'm not chewing. I'm just.
Right.
I'm just chewing on my gums.
Like, are those corn nuts? No.
Crunch.
Crunch.
Okay, you guys rolled another con check.
Yeah, I guess I got an extreme success on that one.
Yeah, I passed that time as well.
Okay, and then this is the last one. So you guys do another con checks.
I passed that one.
And I failed it by 5.
Okay, roll. Do you want to burn some luck, or you're low on luck? So
I'll take the hit points.
okay, die 6.
Oh god, I rolled a 6.
Oh
Oh,
Mesmo is like dying.
I should have used the luck now. Never mind.
I want to go home.
So you eventually get to a cave,
Thank God for that.
and Cornfield goes, "Are you faithful? Do you want to be blessed by Yig?"
If he's got a cheeseburger, then yes.
And of course, the two Allens go, yes, right. What do you guys say?
I'll actually say that. I'll actually say if he's got some food, then yes.
But when you are blessed by Yig, you will not feel hunger or thirst.
Oh, God.
I want to go along with it.
You say yes? Okay, how about...
Oh, you know, sure thing. I'll try anything once.
We become pot people. Okay.
So he will take people in one at a time. So who wants to go first?
I'll let one of the NPCs go in.
I want the red shirt to go first.
Oh, yeah, you let one of the Allens go first.
Yeah.
So we'll take the older Allen, the Lloyd Allen. He'll go in first. They're in there for a while. They both come back out.
Whilst they're in there, I'm going to sort of look around to see if I can see the other two.
Well, we're outside the
Following.
cave, right?
Your guys are following, so why don't you do a track roll long feather with a bonus die?
Okay. Oh, 57 turns into a 07. So
Okay, yeah, you're definitely followed them. Maybe you haven't quite caught up with these guys yet. Maybe he'll take the younger Allen in there and then come back out, and then you guys are finally within like sort of medium range. Still sort of. I guess you can roll stealth to hide. I assume you're trying to hide, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll still want to stay stealthy. Okay.
Hey, guess who failed their stealth?
Not a
surprise.
Not
That's why I go
critical.
ahead of you.
Not a critical. I'm just standing out on the flat plane.
You have a critical fail.
No, I didn't have a critical fail. I'm just,
Just regular fail. Okay,
just regular fail.
but he comes back out. So either doctors who wants to go in.
I'll sort of look at Arthur just to see what his face is saying.
Yeah.
Rock, paper, scissors.
I want to stealth in and follow whoever goes in next.
Yeah, I'll go in next. I figure I have a decent enough hand-to-hand skill, so if we
Okay,
drop
you're gonna
anything,
go
I'll
in.
something.
So Longfellow, you can't quite sneak in. The two Allens are just standing there, right?
The two what?
The two Allens, Mortimer and Lloyd Allen.
So are they at the cave mouth or are they in the cave itself?
No, they came back out. They're in cave mouth with you guys. So he brought people in. It took maybe about 10 to 15 minutes, and then he came back out with them.
Do they look
Maybe
different?
you can lure them away from the entrance.
They don't seem different. They seem...
Oh.
Do a psychology roll.
I was going to actually have a chat with them to see what they
maybe
saw
let's
in
see.
there.
Well, it's-
Shit, it looks disappeared. Oh, there we go.
I'm gonna spend 3 luck because then I'll make it. All right, so yeah, I made psychology.
They seem more subdued, but they seem normal, but more subdued. But
Whilst Arthur's in there, I'll just ask them. So, how was it in there?
it's a miracle. It's definitely a miracle. He is definitely blessed by our Lord Father Yig.
And what was in there? And what did he actually do?
You have to go in yourself. It's one of those mysteries of mysteries.
Yeah, well, it'll be my turn soon, no doubt.
Okay. So, Dr. Ashstein, you go in this cave. It takes a while, right? It winds around.
Wait, do we want to try to have someone lure the guys away from the entrance so I can stealth in? Do we want to try that? Or do we want to try to?
It depends if I can see you or not, and I know you're there.
So, you can do a spot hidden, Matt.
Right, stop here. I got a hard success.
Was also a hard, right? I think Longfeather got a hard.
So what?
Huh? Your stealth.
No, for stealth, I got an extreme.
Oh
Instinct
yeah,
first.
you don't see him, Dr. Mesmo. You don't see. Well, you do see Jack
Yeah,
standing
I'm standing there.
You see Jack like maybe 200 yards away, standing with two horses.
Just kind of- I wave at you. Hey.
Okay, so you guys aren't going to do anything outside.
So if there's no way to get in there, then no.
Yeah, there isn't really about being noticed. So, Ashline, you go in the cave. It's cool and dim. There's no wind. You go around, and finally, you see a stone slab. And on the slab is another copy of Cornfield.
Uh-huh.
Hmm.
His body's there.
Hmm. I see.
Do a sand check.
Okay. I passed my sand check.
Okay, no loss. And he Cornfield goes, "We will now follow after me," and he starts chanting something in the call, and he's expecting you to follow his chants.
Yeah. Is he taking his eyes off the body?
He's like looking at you expectantly, right?
Mm-hmm. I'll mouth something, but I'm not gonna say what he's saying.
Okay, so roll your Nicole.
I'm gonna spend a couple points of luck and make that a success.
Okay. He's singing the praises of Yig, and he's singing the praises of Yig in the call.
Hmm.
It's like a prayer to Yig. You also feel like an exterior presence there, but you don't know from where.
Hmm. So. I really want to stab the body. So I think that's what I'm gonna try to do. I'm gonna
You're
try to
stab it.
I'm gonna try to pull my switchblade and just
The body on the
on
slab.
the slab. Yeah.
Okay, make a power roll.
Okay. Ooh. Let's see if that's what I think it is. Ooh, yeah, extreme success.
Got an extreme? Okay.
Yes. Odd 8.
Okay, I'll be right back.
Okay, roll your attack.
Okay. Okay, so that's a hard success.
Okay, roll your damage.
Okay, so so it's 8 damage.
Okay. Now, Cornfield sees you do this. That was your surprise attack. He's totally not happy with this, so he's gonna do something to you. Let me see. I guess he doesn't have much. So he'll try to restrain you. You want to fight back or dodge?
I'll dodge. Okay, so I got 26 for dodge.
Okay, so he misses, but he's gonna burn some luck to attack you a second time. We want to dodge or fight back?
I'm gonna dodge again.
Okay.
That one I got a 0.7.
Okay, he missed again. Okay, then it's your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna go stab the body again.
Okay, roll another POW check.
I got, I'm gonna burn some luck and make it an extreme success. 'Cause I'm really close. So, okay, yeah. So an extreme success for that one.
Okay, roll Your damage?
Okay, so that and that's going to be 6 damage.
What was the previous damage you did earlier?
8.
Oh, okay. So you cut like a limb off or a couple limbs off
Mm-hmm.
with your little knife, and the body like collapses.
What?
Like the one on the slab just sort of collapses, and the cornfield that was trying to restrain you just like looks in shock, but he looks okay, but he's in shock, and he goes, you've destroyed, I can't believe you've done this, blasphemy.
Did you pour water on it or something?
No, I just dismembered it.
Oh, jeez. So you basically destroyed the original.
Yep.
No more clones.
Yeah.
But he's still there, right? The father
Yeah.
that tried to grab you. So he says that. What are you going to do now?
I'm gonna run out of the cave because there's
So you're
people
just
with
run out of
guns
the cave?
outside. I'm gonna try to run up out of the cave to get the people that have weapons.
Okay, so you run out of the cave. He's running after you, shouting out blasphemy, blasphemous heretic.
Yeah, and then just don't shoot him.
And then there's like the two Allens out there, like looking like, what the hell?
Yeah.
And he's like chasing after you. So you get out of the cave, and then he comes out, and the two Allens are going to try to grab you. What do you want to do?
I'm going to try to dodge out from their grasp.
Okay, you're a dodge. Okay,
Yeah.
first guy.
I got a 14, so it's an extreme.
I got an extreme, so it ties. That's the first guy. The second guy gets a bonus die.
Okay, so again. Okay, that one was a hard success.
I got an extreme. I got an 03.
Okay,
The
yeah.
second, like the younger one, like tackles you and he's holding you down.
Okay.
And Cornfield comes out. He goes, "Blasphemer! Blasphemer!"
Okay, so the high-tech gun I have, is that the disintegrator, or what does it do?
Yes, it's a death ray.
Okay, that's what I'm going to do to the to Cornfield.
Oh my god! Roll.
So roll. All right.
I think it's just a pistol, right? For
No, it's a rifle.
it's a rifle. Roll rifle.
Okay, well, I got a hard success.
Okay, it's die 10 plus 5 or something.
Yeah, 1d10 plus 5.
Holy cow, 12 points.
Oh my god! So he has 1 hit point left. So you mostly disintegrated him. Do a sand check.
Oh, I forgot about that part. Of course I fail it because I only have 17 sand.
Yeah. So I think it's like die 6. Do a die 6 loss.
All right, let me... Three points.
And what's this called?
I'm on the edge of going for good.
Yeah, he's still alive. He's still conscious. He's mostly dissolved. Then he goes, "Blasphemer!" Blurble, blurble. Okay. Hey, Longfeather, you want to do anything?
I want to try to help my friend who's getting wrestled to the ground by the guy.
Oh, what are you gonna do?
We try to pull him off of him.
Okay, it's a grapple.
Okay. Brawl. 76. I got a standard success.
Oh, you got a hard success, so he's still holding on to him.
Okay.
And now the older guy, Lloyd, is gonna jump on you. Roll fight brawl. Oh, you want to fight back or dodge?
No, I'll fight back.
Okay.
25, so that's a hard success.
You actually beat him. Roll open hand unarmed combat damage.
Okay, what is that? Just damage bonus, or what is that?
Yeah. So it's like die 3 plus damage bonus.
Okay. 2 points plus 2 points, 4 points.
Oh, he's still up. Oh my god, he's tough. I rolled a 01 for his con. You smash him in the nose, it's like bleeding. He probably broke his nose and he's still like trying to grab you. Okay, Sean. Or Mesmo. Mesmo didn't do anything yet, right?
No. So,
yeah, you see all this violence going on.
So there's people on top of people wrestling them.
Yeah, and then Bronson just fired this weird disintegration ray at.
One of the Lungfeather has a guy on top of him, and so does Arthur.
Yeah.
I'll go to the guy that's on top of Arthur, and I'll just start punching the guy as he's on his as he's on his back or whatever.
You get bonus die.
Bonus die, cool. So I have a pass.
I got an extreme fight back, so
I'm just looking at what mine is for brawl. I have. Oh, what did you get? An extreme?
I got an 01 actually. I got a critical success.
Yeah,
so he elbows you for 3 points of damage.
Shit. I'm down to 11 damage hit points now.
Okay, Dr. Ashstein.
God. I'm gonna try to get him off me.
Okay, it's a fighting brawl.
Is he allowed to fight back though if he's in combat?
I got. Okay, so I got a hard success.
You beat him, so you break free.
Okay. I'm gonna grab my. So one of them has to have. I'll grab my handgun off of Longfeather because I'm assuming that's
okay. Well, Longfeather is fighting with this other guy, so it's gonna be hard.
Yeah.
You still have your knife.
Yeah, but I'm gonna take my knife and I'm gonna go over to try to finish off the Reverend.
Okay, roll your attack. He will try to fight back and speed away.
Yeah, that's an extreme success for me.
Okay, so you kill him. He has 1 hit point left. Do a sand check.
I got not 7. I passed.
Okay, you lose nothing, you cold-blooded bastard. So the Reverend's dead again.
We already saw him die once. It gets easier every time.
Yeah. The Reverend's dead again. You broke free. The other guy's there. Longfeather, you got to act. What do you want to do?
I'm trying to knock out this guy who's fighting with me.
Okay, roll your unarmed attack.
Bastard. Oh, 21. That may be an extreme. Let me see. Nope, it's just a hard.
Yeah, I got a 09. But 09 is actually just a hard, so you actually beat him. So let me do you're trying to knock him out. Let me do a con roll. He fails. So actually you knock him out. The elder, Lloyd Allen. And now there's like 4 of you against just Mortimer. I think Mortimer he'll probably give up now. He goes,
we'll tie those guys up.
You murdered the Reverend.
Well, technically, I think Yig murdered the Reverend. But
blasphemers, murder.
We'll tie those 2 guys together so they can't escape.
Okay, you can tie them together.
What am I going to do with these guys?
What are you going to do?
What's in the cave?
Yeah.
Tell them?
Yeah. I'll tell them what was in the cave.
What was in the cave?
I'm assuming it's the real Reverend, or at least what used to be the real Reverend.
Anything related to the cult or the?
Like I said, I didn't get. Like I said, we can go back in and take
Yeah.
take a better look of what's going on, because I didn't get to see any sigils. I'm like, he was speaking the call when he was in there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think we should check it out.
Well, was he speaking to the air, or was he speaking to some machine, or?
I didn't see a machine.
Okay. Weird.
So yeah, we'll go. Well, like I said, yeah, I want to take a look around and see if there's any artifacts or anything else in here.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, you go in. There's a slab. There's like this puddle of goop where there's the form of a body.
Oh, it's gone now, huh?
Yeah, but you do see the slab. It has Nicole writing on this slab of stone.
So this site is obviously significant for them because he has to come out here regularly.
This is where This is where I imagine the clones come from.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, if I have to guess, this is where they all walk out of, and this is where he was during his 40 days and 40 nights.
Can I do a roll on the Nicole?
So you guys all walked in there?
Yeah, I would have gone in.
Yeah.
From what I can tell, okay, everybody.
Yeah.
I just wanted to see if I can decipher any of the writing on the altar thing.
Yeah, because we all have the language.
And I failed.
So I want to check it out too, see if I know what it says. Nope, didn't make it.
You guys all fail.
I made it.
Oh, you made it? It talks about the blessings of Yig. You guys can make power. Well, except for Ashstein, you were there. The other three, you make power rolls.
Power.
I believe I passed.
I made it.
3.
Yeah, I passed.
Standard success.
Okay, you all passed? Okay.
Yeah.
You feel like there's something in the cave-ish, but you don't know what. Like this feeling of a presence.
Ooh, this is a place where he communes. He actually makes contact with this entity, huh?
Mm.
Maybe we want to destroy it for good.
I got the dynamite on my horse.
Yeah.
You could dynamite it if you want.
I mean,
I think it's gotta be.
does the room look like some sort of a control room or something, or is this room with a slab?
It's like a cave, and then there's a slab of stone with Nicole writing on it.
There's no passageways going off anywhere else.
No, that's all that's in here.
There's no artifacts or anything.
No.
Okay. Yeah, like I said, my plan is going to be scorched earth for most of this stuff.
But what was he doing bringing people here if he's not cloning them? He's only cloning himself, right? So why?
There's other
or does it take one person to make a clone? Like, is he like sacrificing the people he brings for making another clone of himself?
I'm under the impression that the whatever magic he has is probably the strongest here, because I'm guessing this is where it probably originates from. Over here, so I think when he's bringing people out here, he's performing miracles. This is how he's also getting part of his following. Probably brainwashing them when he brings them out here. I said it's ingenious because then you have a bunch of people that'll just blindly follow you, which also means that anyone he performed miracles on, I want to round up every single one of those people.
I'm wondering if. Because that was the only body here. There's no like alcoves or anything for storing anything else. Is there just
No. It's just this cave is really old. Everything in here is like really, really old.
Because they were saying that he was able to heal people and do works like that. So I'm wondering if this is some kind of Yig medical center. You know, and he was just using it, not knowing what he was doing, and it was able to clone him. You know, I'm assuming anybody that would lay on the table it would make a clone of.
Possibly.
You know, I don't know if I want to try it out. But,
I was going to say, try it.
Yeah, I'm not laying on a thing.
Yeah, I ain't doing that. Because also all the clones came back with that lower body temperature and the scales and stuff. So yeah, this definitely had something to do with Yig.
Well, you know, the other three could do idea rolls.
Yeah.
Well, we never did figure out if this was.
Not me. I got 100.
Yeah.
I got an 18. That's,
So, you know, he's saying, oh, lower body temperature. And you're like, but wait, I'm already lower body temperature.
Yeah, I also made him. Actually, yeah.
They moves towards turning him into a snake. It's just another way to do that.
So Dr. Ashstein said the downside is you're going to, you know, become what you already are, right?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we could question the two guys outside that we have tied up. You know, what happened in here, what they went through.
Yep.
But they might not want to talk to us because they saw us killed.
Well, we could just beat it out of them. I'm not really above it right now.
We could take one of them. We could take one of them and put it on the slab.
Or I can mesmerize one. I can do the old mesmer on him.
Yeah,
mesmerize them.
Yeah, let's do that.
So you're gonna grab which one, the younger or the older?
Which one came out of the cave?
The older one came out of the cave first, and the younger one came out.
Yeah,
the younger one will probably be more susceptible.
Yeah.
All right.
So, roll for hypnosis then. So here we go. And I failed. How much by? 50.
But what do you tell him?
50, 60, 70. I'm going to spend a 21 look to pass it. Because this might be important. So, what do we want to ask then?
We want to ask him what he saw going on in the cave, what he saw down there.
He went in with the Father Cornfield, and he felt the presence of Yig, and he fell to his knees, and he devoted himself to Yig and repeated the chant in the call that Father Cornfield was chanting. And he felt this great presence of Yig, a holy presence of God Yig, and his the Holy Ghost and Yig's son.
Yig has a son. What happened? Did Morgan drop out?
Huh?
Oh, there you are. You weren't talking.
That's what he says, and then.
Okay. So he didn't see anything that much different. No, like ask him about the body. Ask him if he saw the body on the slab and everything.
Yes. This is a miracle. It's a miracle.
Did the body do anything?
No. It's the immaculate body of the Reverend.
Yeah. Did the Reverend happen to explain how he got shot and then came back and then had a second body appear?
It's a miracle from God.
Okay.
I say we get this guy and get him to lie on this altar then.
Yeah.
See what happens.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, we can give it a shot.
Oh, you're gonna you have him under control, so you want him to do that?
Yeah, but before we go in, I'm gonna take my weapons back off the horse.
Yeah, so we'll divvy up all the guns and stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
And then force science.
You know the sun is watching you do all this stuff, right?
Yep, that's why he's tied up. Like I said, if anything goes sour for this, there's gonna be an explosion accident with two guys in the cave.
Yeah.
So you guys all have to do stand checks as you ask this guy to do something you know is dangerous, right?
Yeah.
I will go check on the old man. So
apparently, I am very not bothered.
You don't care.
I got a not one, so I'm very not bothered by this.
I passed.
You don't care about Longfeather.
Hey, I got an odd 8, so
You don't care.
I'm all right.
I don't hear from Longfeather.
Sorry, go ahead. What?
Oh, these guys are going to mesmerize Lloyd Allen to lay down on the slab.
Yeah.
So you have to do a sand check.
Just allow it happen?
Yeah, to allow it to happen, because it's basically, you know, it's dangerous and you're doing human
Yeah.
experimentation right now.
Okay, 42. I made it.
Okay, you don't care either. You four guys don't care. So
Let's do it.
he goes in the cave, and then they were retrieving all their weapons off the horses and everything too. So, and he lays down on the slab, and then after a moment, here, I think I have a picture. I'll show you.
Don't show us. Oh yeah, go ahead. Yeah. Is it gross?
It's not gross.
You split.
It turns inside out.
So you split in half like a single-celled organism.
No, they actually didn't make it gross. So,
Oh,
I wanted to see him split in half and kind of like just sort of pull apart like taffy, and then there's two of them.
I imagine it looks like a like he's giving birth or something.
Ew.
your descriptions are better than what they have.
Oh.
Again, like Jim Carrey came out of the rhino.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm thinking of.
I mean, oh, where's
I think Ace Ventura is just going to be the analog for metaphors for this entire game.
Yeah, it's who knew
Yeah.
it was a Call of Cthulhu movie.
we get the picture? Because I didn't expect to show you guys this picture, so I didn't cut and paste it.
Actually, I think Jim Carrey in a Lovecraft film might work,
Yes,
especially if it's I'm playing on the story about the dude that gets taken over by his ancestor.
Oh,
The Case of Charles Dixon.
Yeah.
yeah, that'd be really good.
Oh,
So
that
it's
is
like-
exactly what's happened.
Yeah, the rhino. Yeah, that's
Yeah, it's
exactly.
the rhino.
That is it.
So, yeah,
Oh my God.
he winds up crawling out of his body.
Kill it now.
Yeah, exactly. Can we just
What is it,
lap
that
the
kind
cut
of
off
like
before it even...
mad look on his face, like I'm crazy?
That's the Reverend, but now you got this other guy. So
All right, but
Okay, look,
what do you want to do?
kill it.
okay, yeah, we're just let's just get the kid, put them both in here, blow this place up, and walk away from it.
Okay, which one are you going to kill? The one on the slab or the one coming out?
I think we need to kill the one. I think we need to. Can we just strap explosives to both of them?
Well, he's coming out. So
I'm gonna knock him out as he comes out. Just
There you
bang.
go. There you go.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take my caution, clink, lights out.
So on the one coming out.
Yes.
Okay, just do. You get a bonus die and just roll.
All right. Let me. Let's see. Roll. Holy crap! It's the same thing. I got a hard success.
Okay, you whack him, and then he falls out of the body. Right, so he's on the floor unconscious.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, both of my bonus dice rolled 20.
Now what are you gonna do?
Like
Put him back on the table.
No room.
Make another copy. No, I'm just kidding.
Wait, is a copy of a copy as good as the original?
It's going to be like multiplicity.
listen, yeah. Or they just get dumber as it goes
It's-
down the line.
At some point, one of them's going to end up wearing like an aviator cap and sideways and just stand in the corner and make quacking sounds or something. I don't know.
Oh gosh.
All right, so we grab the old man.
Right. I like I said, I say we just, like I said, like I said, push his son in here and let's just dynamite the place.
So we're killing the old man too.
Yeah. Well, there's no.
Wow.
Well,
All right.
he's coming. Like I said, he's come back as one of those snake abomination-y thingies, and we can't keep letting this thing happen because I have a feeling if you keep killing the one that comes out, another one's just going to keep showing up.
Yeah. All right. So we're blowing the whole thing up. All right.
Very low. Who's setting up the dynamite?
I guess I can set up the dynamite. Let me.
Okay. So you take the old man, the old man in here. So you tie up the two guys, put them back in here.
Yep.
The
Yeah,
body is unconscious on the slab, and then the guy you coshed is tied up. Okay, so roll a. So everybody moves out. Bronson's gonna blow it up. Bronson, roll a power roll.
Pow. All right. I made it.
Okay. What level of success?
It was a regular success.
Okay. So you light the dynamite. You come out of the cave. Everybody's standing there with a horse, and you yell, "Hail Yig!" And you're carrying a lit stick of dynamite that's about to blow up.
Oh shit.
Everybody, what are you gonna do except for Bronson?
Oh fuck.
Who's coming out of the cave?
Yeah,
Yeah, I
he
got
came out of the cave. You expect him to set the dynamite in there, but he comes out and he shouts, "Hail Yig!" and he's carrying a lit stick of dynamite.
Just knock me out.
Can I?
Longfeather first.
Can I shoot the stick of dynamite so it goes flying back into the cave?
No, it'll blow up if you shoot it.
You could shoot an arrow and cut the fuse.
Oh, that's right. If you shoot your bow, you can shoot it in there.
There you go.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. The bow. Yeah.
A gun will blow up the dynamite. You can.
No, the bow. That's what
Okay,
I'm
roll your bow.
Okay. All right. I got some luck to burn here too. 65. So that would be a standard success, unless I need more than that.
So you hit the dynamite. Roll a luck to see if it goes in the cave.
Okay. Luck. 25. So I definitely made it.
Oh, okay. So it goes in the cave. That's pretty good.
Woohoo!
Dr. Ashstein.
I'm gonna get Jack away from the cave.
Do I even know I'm doing this?
You're gonna like strength or dex to
Yeah,
away or something, or knock him down.
yeah. Just get him away from the cave.
Yeah. What are you gonna use?
I'll use my dexterity. So, I got a hard success.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So you tackle him down, right? Mesmo.
So we're not in any blast radius.
Yeah, you were waiting in a safe area, except for Bronson was. So
Right. So if we run up to Bronson, we're going to be in the blast area.
yeah, but Ashstein actually knocked him down, so he's
Right. I will. And that other guy that we tied up outside, we took him in.
yeah. So the two guys are in.
Oh my god. I will. I mean, I haven't got many hit points left really, so I'm going to hunker down behind.
Okay, you're just gonna
into
hunker for safety.
Yeah.
Okay, then the dynamite goes off. I'll just do. Yeah, let's Bronson take 3 points. Ashstein take 4 from the dynamite going off. And yeah, and then the cave collapses, right?
Ow.
All right. Well, that's the end of that. That's the end of that.
So do I come to? Like, what are you doing on me? Or am I still?
No, you come to. You come
All
to.
right.
Yeah.
What the hell? What?
You tried to blow us all up. You're supposed to blow up those people, not us.
And what was all the Hail Yig stuff as well?
Yeah.
I don't know. What? Last thing I remember going into the cave, and then I'm on the ground here. I don't know.
Yeah, basically he shouted, "Hail Yig, Lord Yig," blah blah blah, and then
I want to go survey how much damage was done in the cave. Like, is it adequately
it's
blown up? Or...
it's caved in. It's caved in.
Good. Then when any bodies are popping back up, it's going to take them a while to get out of there.
So then you guys go back to town.
Yeah.
Yep. You're gonna have to.
That's right. The sheriff's there, huh? He's the one who know what happened. Where's the minister and all that?
Yeah.
Crap.
we could
What are you gonna do then?
covertly go back into town.
No,
under
it's
cover of
not.
darkness.
Like I said, well, I could just lie to his face. I did it before. I could just lie about what happened. I could lie that those two guys that were with him were actually part of the whole plot to kill him, and they blew themselves up. Killed him.
That sounds good. Yeah, I'd buy that.
Okay. So you head back to town then, and you notice a couple houses on fire. Oh, and then on the way to town, you find that guy's body.
Which guy's
Fowler? The Fowler. You run into his body just lying on the side of the road. He got shot in the back of the head.
Ah, shit.
Oh,
Okay.
Great.
Yep.
So the sheriff's running around.
Yep.
Yeah, he's off the res.
It's like that terrible Dr. Moreau remake.
What do you want to do?
See what the hell's going on. See if we can put something right.
Yeah. I mean, we should find the sheriff before anything else happens, because I have a feeling it's that whatever, this is his fault.
He's probably got that guy to tell him all the people that are against the Reverend, and he's going around torching their houses probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically you find out that's what's happening, but your lie's pretty good. Roll your fast talk.
Yeah. I got an 5.
Oh yeah, he buys it. He goes, "Oh, those bastards." He goes, "Wait, here's the that oxen tail or whatever the bar."
Mm-hmm.
He goes, "You're a believer, right?"
Sure.
They have to pay. Oh, the Deerhead Saloon. They
Yeah.
have to pay. They have to be wiped off the face of creation for killing a saint.
Yeah, when the sheriff turns around, plug him in the back of the head.
Okay, well, get a bonus die.
We still have some cleanup that we have to do here.
So I'm going for it unless someone stops me.
Yeah.
I think you just declared it, so you're gonna
Yeah.
do it, right? Roll with a bonus die,
Yeah.
since you're probably point blank when you do this.
Ooh, I got an extreme.
Oh yeah, his head just boom, and he goes down. And you notice he had a couple of bottles of Molotovs and stuff with him too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why is he
Okay.
burning everything? Why's the sheriff running around burning everything?
He believed in his kooky religion a little bit too much. Okay, we need to get the book. We need to gather up all this. We need to gather up all the other evidence stuff that has to do with this, and we're gonna have to round up all the other people that had miracles performed on them.
And then what are you gonna do? Just
Whoa.
shoot him?
Yeah,
Oh,
probably.
God.
What?
Okay,
Yeah.
we can fast forward. You do find the book.
Burn the whole town down. Just to be
You can do
safe.
something east to it. Paint it red.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
Oh my God. Okay. So you do find the Bible. It's called the Gospel of Yig.
All right.
There are stats for it, but it takes 7 days to read.
I'll hand it over to Mesmo.
7 hour, 1/10 of that to skim. I can give you the stats for that later. You wind up rounding up about a number of people and executing them.
Oh my god.
Oh my God. You guys, okay. So, here's your sand reward. You get a die 10 sand points for getting rid of the slab, and you lose die 6 for killing town people.
Oh.
So, plus die 10 minus die 6.
Right.
So I gained 6 and lost 1.
7 and lost
yeah, pretty much the same thing.
6. And I've got 1 back.
Sorry, I got
Of course, is the one guy's like, "Oh my God, you guys are horrible people."
What's the breakdown again? The last game that was
Gain
the
10, lose 6. Gain die 10, lose
Gain-
die 6.
This is what I said. Okay, just game 2 net.
Oh man.
You're traveling with a bunch of murderers.
I know, man. Bodies are weak, but when you're dealing with snakes,
It's all in the interest of science.
stomp them out where you find them.
So of course you go back to Caduceus. They do a debrief. I don't know how much you tell them.
Well, we solved the problem.
I don't think we should tell them that there's a slab that'll clone snake people that's still there that can be found.
Yeah.
So you say you wiped out the cult.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. You're not gonna be hearing any more problems from that group.
So the tapes and all that got burned up in the fire, right?
Yeah.
You guys burned that down. Oh my God, you guys are turning into Delta Green.
Oh, we are.
And intentionally.
Yeah.
It's just a tactic that works.
Yeah. Well, in this assignment, it seemed necessary.
The scorched earth
Yeah.
strategy.
So you go back. Let me look at. So of course you go back. You heal up.
So we get our hit points back.
I guess it's easy to make a cult when you can populate it all with yourself.
Yeah. Essentially. Well, and when the town's not too bright.
Oh, okay. That's a good choice. So one guy comes up to Longfeather, the head of Caduceus's R&D, Goncalves, I think is his name. I probably totally mispronounced his name.
We need to call him by one letter. We need to call him G.
Yeah, Goncalves, Dr. Victor Gomez Goncalves.
Okay.
He comes up to you, like your people are healing up and in private. He goes, yeah, I saw your after action report. I think, and I noticed that you are having, you're having some teething issues too, right?
Yeah.
I think you would make.
If by teething issues, you mean these?
Yeah. He goes, I think, there's another tier of the Caduceus.
Oh my god.
Do you want to join tier 3 of Caduceus?
And what is it? What do I have to do to join tier 3?
Well, there's a ritual and stuff, but it's all just. I think it's just a bunch of hocus pocus. They just do it to, like hazing, right?
And what is the advantage of joining tier 3?
Oh,
what are the benefits?
They give you more of the inner. You're more a part of the inner circle, and I'm actually part of tier 3. I'm in tier 3, and I'm chief of research. I think only the people that have gone through this initiation get promoted even higher into the ranks of Caduceus.
Okay. Well, I'm interested.
You're interested? Good. What's your schedule like?
Well, right now we don't have anything assigned, right? We're back to recuperate and learn what the next phase of this investigation is.
Yeah. Good. How about he picks... were you hurt at all, or...?
I wasn't, no.
Oh, okay.
I lost quite a bit.
Yeah. So you guys are healing up while you're totally unhurt. So he goes, how about next week, Tuesday night?
Sure.
And he goes, oh, very good. I'll tell Meet that you're ready to enter tier 3. Very nice. He says, come here on Tuesday night next week, and they'll have the limos out, and they'll take you to the initiative.
Okay.
Okay, and then while that happens, oh, Jack Bronson.
Yes.
Why don't you do a spot hidden?
All right. Nope.
Okay, so you're like eating at one of your favorite restaurants or something, right? And this guy, yeah, they don't have good pictures.
Something knife to the back. Oh wait.
A guy comes up and he walks up and he goes, "Is the seat taken?"
No, friend. You feel free.
What are you drinking? Let me order something for you.
I'm just having beer.
Yeah. He waves. He goes, "Oh, another beer for my friend here."
Like, do I know you from somewhere, or are you just?
Oh no. I work for some people that are interested in what you are doing for Caduceus.
What people would these be?
Let's say interested parties in what Caduceus does.
I mean, you've read the pamphlets. They're a humanitarian aid organization.
Yeah, that's what they say. But
Yeah.
I noticed you and your buddies, you fly all over the place. Like, what was that? What's that place there? Oh, Bolivia. Yeah. Bolivia. And you fly a lot of medical supplies. Yeah, that's right. Medical supplies all over the world.
Mm-hmm.
And we have a tip that sometimes some of these medical supplies line up on the street.
Who are these we?
Oh, friends. Yeah, friends. Just like me, I'm a friend. Got you a beer, didn't I?
Well, the medical supplies line up on the street because we distributed them where they're going to be doing the most good. I don't know what.
Yeah. Distribution. Yeah, that's right. That's a ticket.
What are you getting at?
Well, you work in there. If you get, sort of news about, we heard that there's some warehouse in the city here that has some supplies for distribution.
Mm-hmm.
And, if you snoop around in there, in the offices, and find out where this warehouse is, maybe, you rub my back, I rub yours, with some green things that rustle, that's crisp.
Does this guy look like a gangster or something, or how's he dressed?
Do you say that?
No, I'm looking at how's he dressed. Is he like?
He's wearing a suit.
Okay.
I'm not exactly sure what his offer is there. Is he like talking about like the loofah or
I
what?
don't know. All right, I'm gonna reach out, like I'm gonna take his hand, but I'm really gonna grab his tie and slam him down into the table.
Oh my god. Okay, just roll. You get a bonus die. He wasn't expecting that.
All right. Okay. Well, I got a my character sheet. Hold on. I got a standard success.
You got a standard success. Okay, let me roll his.
No, actually, no. I'm sorry. I got a hard success.
Like a hard.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he totally failed. So do
right.
your damage.
Okay, so this is D4, D3. That's 6 points.
Okay, you really hurt him. You probably busted his nose, and he slides back on his chair, and he goes, "You don't mess with people like me. You don't mess with us." And he stomps out of the.
Oh, he does that. Okay, all right. All right, I didn't get to threaten him. All right.
You already threatened him.
You blah. Get the fuck out of here.
So let's see. So okay, books. So Mesmo, there's this new book. Do you want to skim it while you're in the hospital?
Yeah. Let's get my notes. There, this. Notes. Did I? Those were the books as well, wasn't there? I can't remember if
So
I.
there's the main. There's that book that you found, and there's this new one. I was wondering if you want to skim the new one or read the.
I'll skim the new one.
Okay. So it's 1/10 of 7 days. So I guess that's like a day, less than a day, right? So roll die 6.
Full.
So you lose 4 sand, but you gain 4 Cthulhu mythos. I mean, you lose 4 sand, you gain 2 Cthulhu mythos. And you also gain 2% in the call.
Yeah, cool.
So it's 2 Cthulhu mythos, 2 Nakal, and you lost 4 sand. You do have time to read it fully since it takes 7 days to read, and it'll take more than 7 days for you to heal up.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I may as well whilst I'm.
Okay. So
got
for
nothing to
the
do.
full read, you gain 4 more Cthulhu mythos. But you have to roll. I think you have to roll a sand check to see if you lose.
Right. So is. And I'll pass my son.
Oh, okay. So I think you don't lose anything, but you gain that 4.
Cool.
Because the full read, you have to. Because you already lost the sand for the skim, and then I think the full read, if you make your sand check, then you don't lose.
So up to.
And this book, what's your Cthulhu mythos at?
With that 6 that I've just added, 18.
Yeah, so you're maxed out for this book.
Right, yeah.
So the next time you read it, it'll take double the time, and you can only gain 2% if you have to reread this.
Right, yeah.
So you may want to read that other book.
Yeah. And cool.
And how hurt is Dr. Ashtine?
He only lost 4 points. Was it 4 points?
Oh, that's
Yeah.
not bad. So do you want to make another device?
Yeah, well, I'm gonna build another device. I'm gonna build. What else can I pull out here? I'm gonna build Jack of Death Ray.
Yay!
Oh, another death ray? Okay.
Yes.
Well,
This one's gonna be a freeze ray.
Oh, jeez.
I think it's like you have to do a hard, right?
Thank you.
Yeah, it's a hard success in what is it? I think it's
Either electronics or
it's like it's like electronics and I think like physics.
yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna spend a couple points to make that a hard success.
Okay.
And then might as well use the luck. And then
Yeah, you're gonna get more than you're gonna spend.
exactly. And again. Okay, I'll spend some more luck. Make that a hard success. Okay, so yes, I made those rolls.
Okay, so here's the question. Is Longfeather going to tell these guys he's going to this initiation, or he's just going to go alone?
Is it possible you can make arrows that like will start fires, like burst into flames? Like
I have that explosive venom that I could give you that I
Oh,
found.
now that'll do it.
Yeah, that you could I think you just tip the arrows with it, and if it hits stuff, it'll go boom.
Well, like maybe we can an arrow just has a little vial attached to it, right? Like a little
Yeah,
reservoir to put it in.
yeah,
You could vary the amount of liquid you put in it. That would be
Yeah.
cool.
yeah.
All right. Yeah, I'm going to tell them that I got the offer to go to the level 3, and this is what they told me to do. And I agreed, but I'm really skeptical about it. But I want to let them know what's going on. Should I go through with it? I'm kind of worried that they may try it. If I come out of there strange,
As if you weren't already strange.
You're gonna
Yeah.
you're gonna come out half your body. The lower half of your body is gonna be a snake tail.
Well,
But it
Yeah.
might be useful that we can learn more about what's going on in Inner Circle. At the very least, have access to like what technology these guys are actually making behind the scenes.
Yeah, but you wouldn't believe what they leave around the R&D department around.
Yeah,
here.
that's what they just leave laying around, because we know that they're getting like ancient or alien tech or something from these sites and stuff. So who knows what they're making?
You realize they're really loosey goosey. They're not very. They're very loosey goosey, is what I think you realize. They're not too
like top secret about everything.
Yeah. If anything, you think the Inner Night people are more hard-assed, right? These guys
Yeah. So yeah, well, like I said, yeah, go through with it, and we can. I mean, worst case scenario, we can. Like I said, like I said, we can always tail you there.
and
Figure out
if
what's going on.
if they do kind of mess with your mind, I can try and bring you back somehow, maybe.
Okay. Maybe like you could hypnotize me ahead of time with like a trigger word, right? There'd be like a undo or something, or like put a mental barrier in or something. I don't know.
The reset button.
Oh, you
make
wanna-
it a bunch of Inception safeguards.
Yeah.
So Mesmo can do this, and you're willing to do it. There's no need for like a save throw, right? So you're letting him put stuff into your head.
Okay.
So what does it? What happens when he triggers it?
I don't know. Could it just be like some mental barriers that are, if someone else comes in trying to break through, it's more difficult. Like, like there's, you put a secret pathway in, right? Like a code word or something that, like, if anyone else is trying to change me and they don't have a code word, it's more difficult.
Or the other thought I had is like the Demolished Man. Have you read that book? Where basically you implant something like a jingle, like it's like a Coca-Cola jingle or something, and basically you can trigger and then it runs in your head, so it sort of blocks, right? Because
like that's the only thing your mind will focus on.
Yeah, and then it blocks while it goes, and then later you need to like turn it off, right? Otherwise, it may cause you to have a penalty die to do mental stuff while it's going, but it'll probably protect you from brainwashing, right?
Oh, okay, that sounds cool.
But you probably can't trigger. Mesmo needs to trigger, right? So you could do that if you want.
How would that help? He's not going to be there.
You can turn it off after you're done, right?
Yeah, when you come back to us.
Because you're coming back, because they're initiating you, bringing you back. They're not like taking you away forever.
Okay. All right, that sounds good. Let's try that.
Okay, so you want to do that, and then I think I have a good way of the cliffhanger. So you guys are waiting in a car or something, right? Ready? Because they said, oh yeah, there'll be a limo picking them up and stuff. And they actually pick him up in a limo, and they drive all the way to New Canaan, Connecticut, to a estate, and then you follow it there, and then it looks like a giant estate, and they open the gates for him, and the limo drives through, and the gate shuts behind the limo, and you guys are on the other side of the gate. And we'll continue next time after that.
So next session will be next Thursday.